Hey there, Beck Power here from Power Creative Media. We take one piece of content and turn it into many pieces of micro content, and today I'm going to tell you how we actually do it, how we turn one video, actually for this video, one video into 50 pieces of content. Now actually what we do is create a few more. We usually do 60, 65 pieces depending on the client. But it can range anywhere from 10 to 60 for my agency anyway. So first of all, you can create content or repurpose content from anything. You can take videos, you can take podcasts, you can take books, you can take blog posts, even one Facebook post. You could turn that into lots of pieces of content. And I'm going to tell you how to do it. So if you think about in an hour of content, what I'm talking about in this video today is 1 hour of video. That might be one video. It might be 4 different 20-minute videos. It could be any number of things that add up to an hour of video. We ask our clients to give us between 1 and 2 hours of video every month. And in that time, what we've noticed is that sometimes client content can be a little bit fluffy. And so you might only pull like 5 really great pieces of content out of a really long video. I mean, listen, we haven't seen this before, but in some cases, I'm sure there's videos that wouldn't even be worth one really great piece of content being pulled out of it. So there's a range. We've also had clients that have had massive amounts of content. 1 hour video got us, 30 or 40 different videos. Different micro videos, because everything they said was so good. So if you think about it, 1 hour of content is going to get you an average of 10 pieces of content. That's what we found, an average of 10 pieces of content. And we like to sometimes, you could double up clips or put 2 bits together or different things like that would be able to create more videos. But what we'll do is take that video, the main video, and turn it into micro content. And what that means is we pull out 1-minute clips. And the reason we do 1 minute is because those are 1 minute is a max that you can put on Instagram. And also I think people's attention is going in such a way that shorter content is better. One piece of really great advice over 40 seconds is and if that's going to help you get where you want versus watching an hour-long video or podcast, I feel like that would be really great for people. So that's why micro content is so awesome. So Instagram videos, 1 minute max. TikTok videos, 1 minute max. Instagram Reels. What else? YouTube has a thing called Shorts now. Which I don't know how long that's going to last, but I really think that attention is going in the direction of shorter is better. So, like I said, in an hour you might find, let's call it 10 amazing things. And what you can do is take those things and turn them from video clips into audiograms as well. So it's just an audio version of that video, and you just put it's just an image with some audio waves on it. So now we've got videos and audios. What we actually do is we do 15 videos or 15 audios, and our clients can choose. And then we'll do quote cards as well, and those really are just things that are that you say that are on like Canva designed images with your branding. So it's really important that your branding is on this stuff so that it's recognizable across multiple platforms, right? Now, one of the cool things I noticed about quote cards is quite often people will say to us, I don't want quote cards, those are cheesy. But what we found is, if you have an overly designed image that's really it's some inspirational content or something like that. Actually, those do really well. But what gets people's attention and gets engagement quite often is just like a plain image, just with your logo, maybe a little picture of yourself, as if it's a tweet, a picture, your handle of wherever it is, probably Instagram or wherever you want, your @handle, and then just like some small writing in the middle with whatever the quote is that you want to say. If it's plain white with maybe a logo underneath or something like that, those do really well. I'm not sure if it's a white space or just, usually those types or formats of content are engaging, so we always look at them, our eyes are drawn to them, but those do really, really well. And so we do quote cards that way too. So now we've got audiograms, we've got videos or micro videos, we've got quote cards. Another thing that we can do is written posts, and these are really, I would say, the easiest things to do. They take the least amount of time if you're repurposing content. I think a lot of times people worry about, I don't want to edit my videos or figure out how to do audiograms or design up Canva quote cards. Just pulling written posts out of your content is a really fast and easy thing to do. We're really saying the same stuff all the time, right? More or less. And it's the same, fits into the same 15 buckets or content formats or topics or whatever you want to call them. And so when you have a blog post, for example, if I use a blog post as an example, you can go through that post and you could pull out a ton of different written posts that you could then use on Facebook. You could pull out value posts where you're teaching something. You could pull out engagement posts or bait posts where you're trying to get clients or you're trying to get people to comment. You know, A versus B, would you rather X or Y? Any type of engagement thing. I've got hundreds of these engagement type posts on various freebies around the place. And then the last thing is promo posts, right? So we've got engagement posts, we've got value posts, and we've got promo posts. Now, promotional posts are really, really important. I think a lot of times we post on social over and over and over and over and over again, and nothing's happening. We're like, why isn't it happening? You haven't actually told them that you're available to take their money. And so that can be a post that just ends in a promotional, like a call to action. So you might pick something out of your blog post or whatever piece of content you're pulling out, and then at the end of it, make an offer. Very important. Now, the last thing in these four, so we've got videos, audios, written posts, and now we're going to talk about transcriptions. That's the very first thing that we do when we get content from somebody, is we transcribe it. And there's tons of places to transcribe. You could use Otter, you could use rev.com, you could use HappyScribe, you could use Descript, you could use Veed. You could use any of these things to transcribe your content. Rev.com is definitely the most accurate, and that's because they use real humans to do it, and it's not just AI. It's a few bucks more, and by that I mean I think it's the only paid one. There's a lot of paid ones, but the ones I mentioned, it's definitely the more expensive one. But it's worth it because you get accurate stuff, and that's important. So you transcribe the content. That's always the first thing that we do. And you can pull out of that content, you can make blog posts, right? You can make a transcription. You can turn a transcription into show notes for your podcast. And you can also turn those into an email, right? That goes out to your people. Now, transcriptions are important. It's not really important to do them at 100% accuracy. Even rev.com I think says they do 98% or something like that. And a lot of things promise at least 90% and they really don't deliver on that. I recommend if you don't want to go through it and edit it, using rev.com. That's definitely the best thing for those. Other things that we use for repurposing content, there's other videos where I tell you all the tools we use. I'll give you a couple now. We can use Premiere Pro is something we use for video editing. We use Veed to chop up and do things. We use Descript. You can do that as well. Headliner is another one. So all these things, it sounds a little bit overwhelming. And that's why I have a business, which is content repurposing. We take 1 hour, 1 to 2 hours of content every single month, and we post for you daily. So we chop everything up, we turn it into all those things that I mentioned, and we post for you daily. Check us out at powercreativemedia.com. And if you do want to do this yourself, it's really easy to just jump in and use any written content that you have and pull out more written content. Going written to written is a really easy way to repurpose. It's a good way to get started if you're not ready to get into that video editing stuff yet. But if you are ready to go all the way and repurpose your content, into 60 or more pieces every month, contact me, Beck at powercreative.me, and I will see you in the next video.